All right, so still trying to figure out this live stream scheduling thing. I'm going to share the video. I think I can from here, I believe. Wait. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Wait. I'll share it on Facebook. Not sure how my sound is. Let me know if I have sound because I'm using a different earbud. The earpiece in my ear is not a hearing aid, promise. It is an earbud to give a better mic situation. It's more direct, so that my sound isn't going out if I move around. You know, if I have to put my phone on a tripod or something and I'm moving around, then we've got a constantly mic'd situation. Hello, two people. So as you can see from, if you look at my posts, if you want to go peek at them, I had a topic for today. And if I get some regulars in here, then I will have somebody that I know and trust moderate for me. Hello. So, because we need a moderator in here, especially when I want to stay on topic. So lives are easier than edited videos for obvious reasons. You can just go in, do the video, and be done, and not take a lot of time to upload and download. And I was having trouble with my memory on my phone. Now I've got that situation handled better, and I do have a bunch of videos from my trip to thoughts in my head to do it. So there you go. So if you cannot hear me, please let me know from the outset, because I think I have sound. I've got this earbud in so if you can't hear me, say so right away. Do we have sound? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So hopefully you can. I will take the earbud out, actually put a different one in if you cannot hear me. If somebody could post in the chat. Okay. So hello, Adhesh Kumar. I don't know what that emoji is, so anyway, we got 22 people in here. Awesome. Thank you, Matt Trax. You've been in here before. Pickles Overload. Hey. Would you mind being a moderator today? I need a moderator to jump in, if you don't mind, if you're going to be able to be in here for about half an hour. I think that's how long. Hey, Carter. Would you like being called an old lady or an old person before you feel like you are? You're about to be ousted. Now, Pickles Overload, if you're willing to be a moderator, I think I need to make you a moderator. I'm not sure. Wait, I might have to figure this out first. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and delete Michael. because we're not doing that crap. Hail Satan isn't appropriate. So goodbye. Just know that if you are particularly bad, you will leave forever. I usually don't put people. Okay, so Matt Tracks. The live is about the food pyramid. I put some posts up. You can go up and look if you want to. No, it's not about Trump or Biden. You're gone too if you don't shape up. Discover Aviation. I will give you another chance to stay on topic. Okay. Okay, so Polish drunk. I am deleting you off my channel because I already gave the warning about we're not doing a political discussion. So, anyway, we are talking about, okay, thanks, Pickles Overload. We are talking about the food pyramid and how it should be flipped on its head. If you saw the image, it is the regular food pyramid, which you can go and look up even right now. Wow, we've got 48 people in here. Super cool. So the biggest portion of what we're supposed to be eating according to the food pyramid, which I will tell you right now is a lot, and carbs. Okay. And then it goes, and then it's fats are the smallest amount. Really, it's flipped on its head. Fats should be the most, protein in the middle, and carbs least. And according to the flipped on its head pyramid, it says 5% carbs. And I would say yes, or even less than that. Hey, Pickles Overload. So, anyway, so what do you think, guys? Because what the pyramid and traditional medicine and the food companies, they're all in cahoots together, including Big Pharma, and it is making us fat. So, and those of us who have woken up and gone low carb have found that we are losing weight, getting healthy, losing all our medications, and oh, you don't know where to get grass-fed beef? Guess what, Matt? Here's the relieving thing. You do not have to eat grass-fed. Some people don't even like the way grass-fed tastes, and I don't go for grass-fed. Here's the reason it doesn't matter. Yes, yes. So here's the reason it doesn't matter. Because cows or ruminant animals, period, that includes lamb and deer, and there's all kind of ruminant animals. I can't talk. Those that chew the cud and have multiple stomachs, they do the digesting for us, so that I'm adjusting my tripod. I'm going to put my phone on a tripod. It'll help. Yes, well, yes. So grass-fed. Yeah, a lot of people say that they don't, and I haven't really eaten enough of it to even know. I just get my meat from Costco. Okay, I'm going to put this down. There's going to be a bit of motion right now because I'm trying to get my tripod set up. So, yep. So you don't have to. Thanks for staying on topic. Oh, sir, I guess I don't understand your question. What was my meat? I don't know that. I don't know what you mean. So you do not have to go grass-fed unless you find a good source for it and you like it. So just, I mean, a cleaner source, knowing the ranch that you get it from, that's really cool. But honestly, I get mine from Costco and I get the chuck roll because I can get a big piece of beef and cut it myself, and it's only $4 something a pound, so it's super cool. Okay, aviation, are you being weird? Thank you for letting me know. Something I didn't catch. That's why I'm saying, because my channel is getting a little more popular. At least I've got newbies coming in here a lot, and they hijack things, and it sucks. So I have to go back. I can't find aviation. Didn't I delete aviation already? I deleted Polish drunk. Sometimes you can tell by their name. I can't find aviation. I have to figure out how to make somebody a mod. If anybody knows how to do that, I might have to do some research. A washer? Oh, is that it? Thank you. Just a sec. I saw him. Okay, he said sorry. Enon. Oh, is he talking politics or something? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'm gonna hide you forever on this channel. I'm not putting you in timeout. Okay, so I didn't put a Wasser in timeout. I deleted him forever into the abyss. That's my policy. Okay, discover aviation. Catch you on the flip. Just tightening up I got 27 people in here. That's pretty awesome. Wasser was being inappropriate, and that's no strikes, you're out. That's one strike, you're out. So, not okay. I'm adjusting my tripod again. I got a knob on here. I've got to loosen up. I can't. Yeah, I know people. They be cray-cray. So anyway, we don't even want to focus on that. We'll just... Oh, I think Oh, there we go. There we go. I was fiddling with the wrong knob here. Here we go. There we go. I know, people just come in and they want to cause drama and they don't even know me and they start insulting me and other people, and it's just rude. And then they think they have the right to do it. They think they have the right to free speech. Now, free speech that becomes abusive, nope, don't put up with it. Don't put up with it. I don't, and you shouldn't. Anyway, right? I know. Kids. Some of these people are adults, though. Like, they're full-on adults who've never grown up, so it's sad. Um, I don't know who you are, Cameron, but hi. There's my shout out. Anyway, yeah, crazy. The world has gone crazy. So anyway, what do you guys think about flipping the... Okay, so here's what got me on this topic. I started on the food pyramid, flipping it on its head, right? I've been thinking about this a lot anyway, especially since going carnivore. So, I'm gonna turn my AC on. I'm a little warm. Anyway, I've been thinking about this a lot, but then today I had been watching a video that Carrie Mann put out. His channel is called Homestead How. I'll link it in the description. You can go to the replay and grab his channel. Please subscribe to it. Really good. He's making a documentary that will be out at some point. No guarantee. I don't know exactly when, but they're working on it, and it's a really good... Why did my AC turn off again? There we go. Anyway, so they're doing a documentary called Healing Humanity: The Power of a Proper Human Diet. And this maybe that's... I'm trying to think. Is that who had him on? No. Dr. Westman had this guy on, and he did a this guy, I'm trying to remember his name. Anyway, he was like a trainer for in Hollywood for years. He was a model at first himself, and was but he was also at first he was just a gym teacher, and he was highly overqualified as a gym teacher. I was just reading a comment. Hey, hi Lucy. So anyway, so this guy made a documentary. You can look it up. Please do. It's really good. The first one is called Fat, a documentary, and then there's a sequel called Fat 2, a documentary. And it was like, it like killed it in the box office. Like, not just compared to other documentaries, but compared to all movies. It really hit a chord with people, because we are so, in our nation in general, so fat and sick if we follow the food pyramid. So what it does is it goes back. You're welcome, Lucy. No problem. It goes into the history of, like, Kellogg's cereal, Seventh Day Adventist, because Kellogg was a Seventh Day Adventist, if I'm not mistaken, and big push for vegetarian and plant-based, and meat is evil. It causes us to have bad desires and stuff like that. It's like, that's just crazy. See, my story is that I used to be vegan myself. And at first I knew that when I was young, I figured out that I needed protein to not have migraines. And because when I was little, I had migraines. Didn't even know what a migraine was. I was too young to even know why I didn't feel well and why I had to go, you know, in a dark room and light sensitivity and nausea and all those things that go along with a traditional migraine. And the migraines that I had were triggered by blood sugar issues. So, I'm just um yeah, so what happened to our food system, and this documentary will enumerate on this, is how we ended up with mostly poisons on our shelves in the grocery store. Literally, like poisons. Because if you know anything about seed oils, they originally and are very chemically processed. Chemicals. They use chemicals to process these seed oils. It is unnatural to eat that much of a fat that comes from a vegetable, and just pour it all over our other food. And it's poisoning us, and there's other poisons in food, and food, it's not even real food. And then there's another documentary by the same guy. What is his name? Anyway, Torkerich or something like that. Anyway, go look it up. He put out another documentary called um, something about the Impossible Burger. Anyway, it's something impossible. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm gonna watch that. Anyway, so let's see. What do I do to have fun? I ride horses. So you can watch some of my other videos and I talk about that. I have some videos I'm going to post after I get permission from my barn to do so. I am not allowed to film at the barn in general, but um, when we have clinics, horse clinics, I'm allowed to film for people, and um, I shared those videos with the owner of the barn. Anyway, so these documentaries are super informative, go all into Warburg was the one in the 20s that did the research on cancer loves sugar, basically, is the Warburg effect, which showed that cancer feeds on carbohydrates. And so they want to reduce the population. That's the government's stated, um, like what's that called? Well, the Georgia Guidestones, which somebody blew them up in the middle of the night like 6 months ago. I'm like, woohoo, yay, you're a hero. And let's see. This particular documentary is good. It's really good. And then I feel like the second one is really good too. And they did a really good job producing it. For one thing, um, a really good producer said this is how it happened, that he ended up doing it. He's like, why me? He said, well, no. He said, I don't want you to produce it. This guy approached him and said, you need to do a documentary because he was a teacher, a PE teacher, and he was so concerned about kids and obesity because he found that so many of his kids in his classes were obese. And he's like, what's going on? This didn't used to be the case. And so he, anyway, he set about changing it. And this guy approached him and said, hey, you need to do a documentary. And he said, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to produce a documentary. And the guy said, well, I'm a producer, so I want to do it all for you. And we'll just crowdfund it. And they set out to do like 150,000 for their crowdfunding and ended up with 250,000 initially for their crowdfunding. So, yep, it was awesome. Let's see, I want to read the comments because after I go out of here, I can't see the comments. So, Pickles Overload said, yes, sometimes it's an unhealthy thing, and sometimes it's just genetics. Pushing yourself to be unhealthy is horrible. Now, I would say most of it, because so, like, diabetes, heart disease, those just weren't like prevalent like they are now. And they say that heart disease is caused from red meat and fat. The truth is that it's really caused from blood sugar is out of whack. Blood sugar is caused from diabetes is really carbohydrate toxicity, overload on carbohydrates. So yeah, do check them out. What I did is if you have Roku or some such, go find it and put it on your list of things to watch. And I don't know if it's on Netflix or which one. I found it on Tubi in my Roku. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm caught up on the comments. Pickles Overload had said, she finds a lot of documentaries. You are a she, aren't you? I thought. A lot of documentaries boring, but I feel like I really would like that one. Yeah, it's super interesting. I do kind of geek out on history and stuff. Hello, Anita. Hi. Yes. Okay, so good. So, anyway, Juanita, we're talking about the food pyramid, flipping it on its head. So if you go look at my old posts on, or just from today on YouTube, I don't usually post on YouTube, but I posted a bunch because I wanted people to know what my live was about. So I shared the link to the live, which kind of I blew because I deleted it or whatever. I have to get used to how scheduling a live works. Anyway, I want to pre-schedule because it'll help people get in here, especially my moderators, so that they know when I'm having a live. Today I only gave a half an hour notice because I wanted to go ahead and get in and do it while I was thinking about it. Do you like pizza or noodles? Well, Juanita, we're talking about low carb. So I like pizza, however, it would be carnivore pizza, and I would make a chicken crust pizza or a sausage crust. Sausage. I would make a pizza crust out of sausage, and I would make a bechamel with, um, I would make a bechamel, a white sauce out of heavy cream, and just uh, simmer it down to thicken it and put garlic powder because I can tolerate garlic powder. That would be good. And then put more meat on it. More meat. Maybe pepperoni. Except pepperoni has black pepper, which has lots of oxalates, which is another thing to research. Oxalates are not good. So, hello, Joe. Joe Kerr. Anyway, I don't know what you mean, Joe. So, and you might be on your way to getting blocked. We will see. Because you're rude and you're not staying on topic or you're hijacking my channel. You will get blocked. So, anyway, okay, so you weren't here earlier, so you can watch the replay if you would like. We were talking about the food pyramid and how it's a big lie, and we need to flip it on its head. And I actually showed in my in a post that I posted just before this video went live. I showed the food pyramid, and then I put a sad face on the original food pyramid because it's mostly bread and carbohydrates. And then fat is the teeniest, tiniest triangle at the top. And really, it needs to be most fat, a little bit of protein, and a tiny bit of carbs, if any. You can go almost zero carb if you go carnivore. You get a little bit of carbs from eggs. And I'll tell you what I ate today. I had 3 eggs, sardines, about a can's worth. I do jarred sardines. I don't eat the whole jar because it's a big jar. And I just put a little bit on my plate. And it sent me back into ketosis because that's the goal. I want to be in ketosis because ketosis is really good for you. Cool, Joker. Good for you. I would. And also research oxalates because when you go low carb, your body gets rid of oxalates, which come from vegetables and fruits, and meat does not have oxalates in it. There are some low oxalate foods that you can do a little bit of, and it's actually a good idea to keep a little bit of the oxalates in. It sounds weird, but the reason why is because when your body detoxes, it dumps the oxalates out and can be very destructive on the way out. I had this very thick discharge from my eyes, and it turns out that was an oxalate dump. And oxalate dumping can happen up to 10 years after you start to go low carb. So, cool, Joker. I love it. I love it. I love researching. I think people should. I think they should question everything, including their doctors, because the doctors are in with the big pharma and the food companies. Big pharma's in with the food companies, vice versa, and it's all about money. It's all about money. If there's not money in it, there's no money in going carnivore and low carb. No money. And people get off their medications and they reverse diabetes. No joke. No absolute joke. So, anyway, we want to make a healthier nation. So today, I think I really am happy with the way the live went, and I stayed on topic and didn't let anybody hijack. I'm gonna have to research how to, I need to research how to make a mod, somebody a moderator. Let's see, is this the button? Highlights. Okay. Nope. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yep. Great. I post about every other day, sometimes multiple times a day, uh, sometimes every day. It just depends. Um, Thank you, Pickles Overload. Awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're willing to be a mod, I will. Oh, there we go. Community moderation. Here we go. Live chat on, participants mode, message delay, blocked words, community defaults, participant mode. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to make. Anyway, I have the settings in moderator in my moderator settings are correct, but I don't know how to make somebody a moderator. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll schedule my lives more often, and then I know that sometimes you wouldn't be able to join, but if you were on, you could be a moderator if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I know. It's funny, a lot of my viewers are, my regulars especially, are kids in school, high school or even junior high. So it's interesting, which is good because I think catching people younger so that they get their health in check right away and get out of bad habits. I mean, it's super bad. Kids are getting sicker earlier and getting type 1 diabetes and diabetes early and cancer early, even born with cancer because of what their mothers ate or whatever. It's so bad. So, anyway, yeah, so I mean, if there's a schedule that's better for you than another, go ahead and maybe email me. I do have an email on my channel. I don't like traditional fish sticks for the reasons that I just enumerated. I don't eat carbs, but you can take pork panko. You just take what I do is I buy clean pork rinds. Some pork rinds have wheat in them. It's so dumb. Anyway, pork rinds fried in their own pork fat. And that's all they have in them is pork skins or pork rinds and that fat. And then you just grind them up and make pork panko, and you dredge your meat in egg, and then you can season the panko if you're careful about what you use to be low oxalate. Like I use white pepper instead of black because white pepper doesn't have as much oxalate. It doesn't have any, if I know. Anyway, yeah, Joker, it's super good too. If you try it, you won't go back to breadcrumbs. You will never go back to breadcrumbs. And don't use cornflakes. Kellogg is a shyster that should never have started pushing what he pushes. He pushes vegetarianism, and I know, but you should try white pepper, Joker, and garlic. Garlic is okay. Fresh garlic or granulated garlic that doesn't have additives. We are talking about flipping the food pyramid on its head. So lots of fat, little bit of moderate amounts of protein, and very little carb, very little to no carb. That's what we're talking about. Um, let's see. Why no black? Because the black has oxalates. So do some research, Gabe, on oxalates. Oxalates are things that create, uh, let's see, leaky gut. It can cause kidney stones, gallstones, all kinds of different crystallized stones in your body, um, and cut up your gut so that leaky gut, when it's really bad, will release like your poop into the rest of your body. It's really bad. Anyway, oxalates can really wreak havoc. So, Cameron. Hello, Cameron. Cameron's in the house. Mm. Anyway, so, Aaron. Yeah. So do your research on oxalates. Sally, wait, her middle name is Sally. Gosh, her name slips my mind. Anyway, if you look up, Toxic Superfoods is, a book that she wrote. And Sally K. Norton, that's her name. Sally K. Norton. So I got the Sally right. Anyway, Sally K. Norton, um, is one of the foremost American researchers on oxalates. There's a guy in the UK that's really good too, but I can't remember his name. Anyway, yeah, do some research and you can do white pepper because white pepper is it younger black pepper? Anyway, it doesn't have the black skin on it, and the black skin is what the oxalate is in. And white pepper, it's just as good or better. It has a little different flavor, but it's good. So, anyway, hi Carl. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm watching a documentary. This is what we're talking about called Fat, a documentary. And then there's Fat 2, a documentary, and it um, beat out other movies in the box office. Cool, Carl. Yay! Thank you. I just mentioned a guy that's a foremost researcher in the UK, and I don't remember his name. But he and Sally K. Norton are where I learned the most about oxalates. And if you look her up, you will find her. You can look her up on YouTube. I don't think she really has her own YouTube channel. She has her own website, Sally K. Norton. Um, there's also Julia Ross, but Julia Ross talks about more amino acids and she's got a book called Mood Cure and what's the other one? Addiction Cure. Anyway, I have both those books. I need to read them both though. I need to crack them open and read them. So anyway, that's what we talked about today. And I have got, how many people does it say I have on? Sometimes the number count lies. Usually it's more than what it says. I've got 6 people still on here, so we were talking about the food pyramid and how it's wrong. So the food pyramid shows that you should eat mostly carbs and grains and rice and all those things, and then protein less and wait, no, vegetables and fruits next, and then protein a teeny bit and fats at the very top a tiny, tiny bit. Anyway, it's all a lie. It's really a lie because carbohydrates, cancer feeds off of carbohydrates. Our nation and the world is becoming fatter and fatter and fatter. And that's why. And they say, oh, just eat less and move more. Well, if you eat less and you don't eat fat, you're not feeding your brain. And then we have Alzheimer's running amok, diabetes running amok, cancer running amok. You wonder why these diseases are going higher, 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 higher. It's exactly because of the evil Um, yeah, chicken and rice. Okay, so chicken is one of the least favorable meats, I would say. You can have a little bit of chicken, but go for the higher fat, like the thighs, with the skin on. And fry the chicken skins up. There's something called heart attack chicken, which is fried in tallow. So, uh, and dredge it in egg and then dip it in some pork panko. I made some really good, I know, I made some really good chicken strips. I don't eat it all the time, but I made some really good chicken strips. I dredged it in egg and pork panko, and I seasoned the pork panko with garlic and salt and white pepper. So good, the best chicken strips I have ever eaten. Um, so Carl, carnivore is the easiest thing in the world. Like it's super easy. It's easier than keto. Keto is low carb, and you have to count your carbs and go 20 grams to even 10 grams of carbs per day in order to be really in ketosis. But you have to have enough fat and you have to figure it out. You have to count it. And I used to do keto. I used to be vegan. I used to not be vegan and eat quite a bit of meat because it helped me um, not have migraines. Um, Thank you, Carl. Thanks, Carl. Anyway, so don't take me off topic, please. Anyway, so pork panko is awesome in moderation. Bacon is great. Um, Not overdoing some certain meats, like the ones that are not ruminant. Ruminant meats are the best because the animal takes the vegetables and fruits and things that they eat, the grains and all of that, and they process it through their gut and their multiple stomachs. And then um, it's pre-digested and pre-processed. And believe it or not, our bodies do not process vitamins and minerals from fruits and vegetables very well at all. We process minerals and vitamins, nutrients from meat the best because it's bioavailable. So, anyway. Hey, villager. Español. Un poquito. No habla español. Sí. Pregunta means excuse me, right? I always forget how to say sorry. Anyway, sorry. Um, so I only know a little, un poquito español. So, see, do you know some English, Village? So, we'd love to have you aboard, but you'd have to translate, you know, have to translate. Also, we may have some Spanish speakers coming in, I'm sure that we will here and there. So far, I have somebody who speaks fluent German. He just learned German. I thought he was German, but he's not. Yeah. I've been to Mexico a couple of times, the Baja, to San Quintin. And I learned some Spanish before I went through Duolingo. But if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Right? Right. Also, I grew up around a Filipino family, and my friend, her family, Filipino, and Tagalog sounds an awful lot like Spanish. Some of the words might even be the same, I'm not sure, but it sounds like Spanish, the lilt of it and everything. Yep. hmm It's interesting. It's interesting. So, um, I'm about ready to get off of y'all. My puppy is doing pretty well. My puppy update. I'll do a puppy update before we leave. Um, he, I'm kind of trying to switch him back over to carnivore, and it's so funny. Dogs should be able to eat carnivore, but my dogs, especially my old dog, he has a hard time with it. So I'm cooking the meat a little bit and giving it to him cooked. And then they just went on a different kibble while I'm waiting for my new bag to come because we ran out of kibble. Yes, yes, I think Italian and Filipino. Yep, Spanish is similar, yes. See, it is. So, we were talking about chicharrones, though, so pork rinds, because they make really good breading, super good breading. I know they're carnivores, but mine are used to kibble, and I just switched to a higher, better brand. It's more spendy. It's like $68 a bag for a 25-pound bag, but I want my dogs to be healthy and I want to switch them over to meat. So, but I have to do it balanced. For a while, I was feeding them chicken thighs, and I have a bunch of chicken, and I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and it's in the freezer, and I'm gonna cook it all, and then I'm gonna give them that cooked and see how they do with it cooked, and then give them a little bit, or give my big dog some bone. The little dog can't have bone because he has hardly any teeth. He had like 18 teeth pulled last year because his teeth rotted out of his head because I couldn't brush him, and then I started giving him Denta chews or whatever finally, but it was too little too late. But hi Sammy P. Haven't seen you in a long time. Sammy, I'm looking for moderators, people who are regulars that might be in long and often enough to be a moderator. I know it's a lot of teeth. It sucked too. It cost like, well, everything that I did that day I think cost $200, or was it more? Maybe the teeth pulling cost 150. Anyway, it was crazy. I know, Sammy. It is nice to see you. So we were talking, the topic today, you can go watch the replay after I'm off of here in a few, but the topic today was flipping the food pyramid on its head. And I have a post on YouTube that, yeah, I was given a dog update. Just a second, I'm going to tell you the topic of the live today was flipping the food pyramid on its head. There's a documentary called Fat, a documentary, and I know it cost me a lot of money to get my dog's teeth pulled. Really sucked. But It's not good for you to have rotten teeth in your mouth, and he's healthier for it. He was diabetic, I reversed his diabetes. You know how? I switched his food to higher protein. Yes, I did. And now, hello, Adelaide. Who's volleyball girl? Did I delete volleyball girl? I had good reason. I always have good reason. People come on my chat and they're rude, then they go bye bye. Yep. And they hijack my lives and they go bye bye. I don't mind talking to people, but it has to be kind of on topic and not on purpose, making me say things that I don't want to say. I don't agree with that. That is abuse. My dog had gastro when she was young. It was a rough time. So my vet, I have my dog on a thyroid pill because the vet said he's low thyroid, and she said he would never be able to be off of it. Well, that's what they say, but people go off of their thyroid medicine, especially if they go low carb. Telling you, low carb is the way it's at, where it's at. Yeah. Oh, somebody abandoned her. Oh, okay. So you adopted her after somebody abandoned her. Wow. What do you mean? Can you define gastro? Like a gastrointestinal problem is what I'm assuming. But was it like IBS kind of for dogs? Oh, I see. I see. Hi, Dinesh. Sammy, aren't you Indian too? East Indian? I think so, if I remember right. Compact, do I need to delete you? I'll give you one more chance to be appropriate, and if you're not, you're gone forever. Hello, Jesse. Okay. Jesse, I will also give you another chance. I think that asking who the F I am is not a polite way of addressing somebody. So, alright. Have your own channel then. You. Don't come on my channel. Okay, Jess, you're gone. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. But you don't need to be a bad person or do bad things. And if you're saying I don't need to be here, you're gone. So, bye. Let me ask you, Jessie. Did I delete Jessie? I may have already deleted her. She asked for my contact number. So why does somebody say, who the F are you, and want my contact number? Does that make sense? Anyway, stupid. This is why I need a moderator. Anyway, so here's what happens. When people are rude like that, they go, bye. And they don't go in timeout. They just go. So another thing that really chaps my hide, Mariano, is people coming in here and calling me granny. Do you think that's nice? And when you're old, do you want to be called that? There is a such thing as not poor Jessie. I think I'm gonna delete you too, Adelaide. You're on the verge. 'Cause I'm getting this vibe from you. And if I'm right, you're gone. So, anyway, Mariano. So you would want to be called Granny? Um, so Sammy P, I would love it if you were a mod. I don't know how to make somebody a mod yet. If you know how to do that, let me know. Okay, so if that's what you mean, Adelaide, is a respect, then that's one thing. But I don't know if calling people Granny is a respect thing. Is that a cultural thing in other countries to call older women granny? I think respect, like respect, I've been around a bit. I've been around the block a few times. Might learn from me. My day was great. I am getting done with my nurse delegation and diabetes section in my work training, and then I have to take my nurse's aide, home care aide test. So I have to do the practical part where you go and demonstrate what you've learned and pass it, and then I have to do the written test, and I already did a practice written and got 90%. I think I'm going to do the practice written again until I get 100% and memorize more stuff. Yeah, maybe Adelaide, you don't care what people think, but if you don't respect people and they tell you it's not respectful and they set boundaries and you don't respect their boundaries, then they don't have to tolerate that. So, what does this mean? Slay twin, puff off queen. What does that mean? Oh, thanks, Sammy. Freaking awesome. Do it right now. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. Standard managing monitor. Okay, Sammy, I made you a managing monitor. That means you can delete people who are rude. So, yeah, Sammy, wait, let me see. Sorry, I was looking at something. Sammy, you have my permission to not just put Adelaide in timeout, but delete her forever. Because she's not going to be nice, I can tell. So, I gave her a chance. And I think Mariano is on their way out permanently too. So, yeah, I see you getting out of here too, Mariano. You may have guessed that perfectly. I don't put up with crap. I don't put up with people being abusive to me or other people. And that's just the way it is. Kindness rules. Do to others as you'd have them do to you. And I set boundaries. Yes, pickles overload. Yes, yes. Yes, and I already warned Mariano. I think you were in here when I warned them, but I already did. That's an interesting comment there. Tough guy Bubba. It's off topic. Anyway, so doggy update. I was telling you, and I don't think I finished. So I'm switching my dog's diet so that they're carnivore too, and I have to transition them. So I put a little bit of meat in their bowl with their kibble, and then I upgraded their kibble to Nulo, and I just found a ground free, can't talk, grain free Nulo um, that I just got. And then I I have a German Shepherd mix and a Chihuahua mix. So very different dogs. Anyway, um I'm enjoying. Yeah, thanks, Pickles. I'm so glad you came today. Oh, you have a Doberman Pinscher. Wow. My dog is actually mixed with not Dobie, but uh wait a minute. Why can't I think? Pitbull. He's mixed with Pit and a little bit of Wolf, even a little bit of uh Husky, quite a bit of Malamute. I know both mom and dad's pedigrees. American Staffordshire Terrier, and some other different terriers, like three or four, including the pit bull. And but he looks a lot like a shepherd, except his nose is shorter. Usually shepherds have longer snouts, and his isn't quite as long. He's so cute. If you look back at my videos, you can see him. So it's okay, Sammy. I think you're good. Anyway, Sammy, thank you so much, and thanks for telling me how to make you a mod. That's freaking awesome. I don't know if anybody was on here when it happened, but somebody came in. I don't think anybody that was a regular was in here, and a bunch of strangers came in and they were trying to hijack. And this one guy said, "Make me a moderator," and he like put it in all caps. And I'm like, "Make you a moderator? You're being demanding and rude." So crazy. Yeah, what? Waldefan. You might be deleted too. We'll see. Alright, tough guy. Thanks for joining. Hope you like and subscribe if you liked it. If you'd like to subscribe, do. Um, our channel is my channel is almost to 200 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I'll take it. I will take it. So, Waylon, you're gone. Waylon. Waylon. Yeah, Waylon. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sammy. You got it. You caught it. You did it for me. And that's super helpful because then I'm not wasting time trying to do it. I can pay attention. It's a decent amount of um subscribers. Thanks, tough guy. No, I'll take it. You know, I remember when I crossed 100 subscribers. My views are down from last month, but that's because I think it's because I made fewer videos. However, I have more people in my chats and live chat and more views on specific videos. Let me know what you want to topics. Before we leave, let me know what topics you might want to talk about. Just keep in mind that my channel is you see I changed the name to Carnivore Catherine. My full name is Catherine. And it is evening here. Yes, it's 5 p.m. What time is it there, Sammy? I know we're on a different time zone. Are you in the morning now? Or early afternoon, late morning, something like that? That's like tea time, and I just have dinner when I get hungry. So here's what I ate today. I don't know if I told you, Sammy, because I said it earlier. I had 3 eggs. I'm trying to get back into ketosis because I had pork ribs yesterday, and what else? I had carnivore waffles that I made, which are made with eggs, 6 eggs, collagen powder, beef gelatin powder. I have the recipe. There's a video of mine that I did of the pancakes, and it's in the title. It says carnivore pancakes, and the recipe's on there. And I wasn't in ketosis, which is really weird because it's just eggs and the collagen and the gelatin, and then I drizzled butter. Um, oh, you live in Italy. Cool, tough guy. Cool. That's great. It's 5:30 in the morning. Wow, you get up so early. Wow. Oh, no wonder you gotta go, tough guy. Ready to go to bed. Yeah, you know what though? Here's the deal about views, tough guy. The only thing is that nobody sees your videos if you don't have any views. And if you don't have very many subscribers, they won't see your videos either. And I want the news to get out so that more people can get healthy. I don't know why my face is so red today. That's weird. I'm not sunburned. It's weird. I don't know why that is. I should take my ketones and see what they are. Might because I bet you're way tired. I bet you are. I went to bed. I went to sleep at 1. I didn't mean to stay up that late, but I've been getting wound up later, like a second wind. Pizza's overrated. Do carnivore pizza. Make a sausage crust pizza or a chicken. There's a chicken crust pizza. You can make crust with meat. Or there is if you look up what's his name? Dang it. Oh, I can't remember. What's the music capital? You know what I mean. Isn't that where he's from? Um, I make a white sauce that's really good. You can just use heavy cream and reduce it down, and you can put garlic. And I used to make a chicken and bacon and a little bit of tomato with a white sauce. Make it just like Papa Murphy's, which is a pizza place in America. Of course, it's got carbs. I used to do, when I was keto, I did the lower carb one, the thinner crust. I don't know how many carbs I had, probably too many. And yeah, Red, we're not going to do a political discussion, okay? How about we make Jesus great? He is great, but let's magnify him. Yeah, see, tough guy, do you have high blood sugar? Because that's exactly why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Like, if you go low carb, it can heal your eyesight. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not a doctor, but I've done enough research and I've listened to enough doctors and people who are in the low carb space to know that people's eyesight is getting, yeah, so you might like have the test done for your A1C, which is your blood sugar over the last 6 months, and it in in Italy it's a different range, so I don't know what the normal range is for it. But in America it's like 4.3 point something something. And then mine was 5.4, and 5.6 is beginning to be a concern. So what you want to do, tough guy, I would suggest that you go low carb, that you go keto first, and then work into carnivore and stick with my channel, and I'll help you. There's so many other. Um, I am 61, Rod. So anyway, thanks for the compliment. You got woken up to come in here. Maybe you can go back to sleep, Sammy. For the replay, she said that she doesn't usually get up at 5:30. I don't use. So, Sammy, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. So, tough guy, I have a neighbor who has diabetes and he's gone blind. And I told him to try carnivore or at least low carb. And I told him about oxalates and all the things I've been talking about on this live. Watch the replay if you didn't hear that part about oxalates, because that's an important point. Or you can do research on oxalates, because it's important. Sally K. Norton, Toxic Superfoods, talks about spinach being very high in oxalate. People have died from drinking spinach smoothies every day. Hi here. I don't remember you, but yeah, hi. Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember, but so anyway, yeah, do some research on it. But this neighbor said, "Oh, my daughter cooks for me," and I couldn't ask her to cook that way. I'm like, who's in charge of your body? Like, you're gonna let your daughter dictate? I said, talk to your daughter, and she can cook your protein separate, and you can eat it, your protein and your fat, and you can eat that, and she can eat the carbs if she wants. Yes, yes. Sammy, it affects your feet really bad. You can get neuropathy, which means you can't, I guess it's like you can't feel your feet and stuff, and it can actually lead to having to have appendages amputated, like your feet. People get amputations. And some people are so addicted to sugar, they'll take the amputation over knocking it off, even though they know, like they found out the truth. Like I've heard of stories, people were told about carnivore, they're told about low carb, and they still are going to eat that way. They're going to eat that way into the grave or into amputation, diabetes, worsening diabetes, blindness, all those awful things. So, hey, you're okay, Pickles Overload. You're just fine. It's fine to have a life and be busy. That's right, tough guy. You know the truth. So do your research, tough guy, and let me know. Come back, please. Come back in, or, and let me know. I love the interactions here. And if you end up seeing a video, an edited video, which I don't do a ton of, but just because it's been crazy to do it, it's easier to do lives. But I'm going to start doing some edited videos. I have some videos too. Pickles overload. You gotta eat. So you cook something, 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 something. So yesterday I had those carnivore waffles and I had the pork. Um, I don't think I finished that part. I got distracted. The um, pork ribs, and I was out of ketosis. So that's what I ate yesterday. I had butter, so I try to keep the fat up, which helps with ketosis normally, but I guess it wasn't enough fat. And yeah, it is nice meeting you. I don't blame you for getting off, jumping off, and going to bed. Good night, tough guy. Thanks for coming. So, um, hope I catch you again. Yeah, let us know if you switch over or you're trying to switch over. Get enough fat though. Do your research. Look at Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Baker, Sean Baker, Dr. Chafee, Eric Westman. Eric Westman is good, really good. He's a researcher. He's super smart, and he encourages low carb, keto, and carnivore. So either one. So yeah, cheers, tough guy. Yeah, careful of all the carbs in Italy. You get a lot of them. No, I will say that bread is healthier in Italy because they don't bleach it and add the additives that we do and the poisons, but it's just less bad. Like somebody put it this way, it's like either you're smoking a cigarette without a filter or with a filter. They're both bad, but one of them is less bad. So, Sammy, I really appreciate you. Super duper. It has really helped, and the chat has gone so much smoother because you're helping me. Thank you. And I didn't say it to him before he left, but we should pray for tough guy. That's a tough thing to be unhealthy like that and being afraid of losing your eyesight and stuff. So, the what? I don't know what that is, and I don't think I really want to. And if you're teaching your son crap like that, I don't think that's good. Just saying, doesn't sound good. I got a flag on you. Greg Love for life. Loves for life. If it's appropriate, let me know. If I mistook it, let me know. You might, I have no idea what you're asking though. It's you who's asking. Can you please do the thug shake? Well, I don't know what it is. You're gonna ask him? It's off topic. Just never mind, Greg loves for life. If you want to stay on topic, then you're welcome. If you don't, then you're in timeout or out. So, oh, waving your hands in the air. Well, I can do that. Let's all do it together. Okay? Okay, let's all do it together. 1, 2, 3. Don't care. There. I don't like the thug word though. I'm not a gangsta. Was that good? Wave your hands to Jesus. Hands up. Hands up for Jesus. Yeah, well, whatever. I didn't get a tutorial. And like I said, I don't think I want one because it sounds bad. So, anyway, it's a waste. Yeah, I think it is too. I think it is. Yes, we're not doing that. He can do it by himself, all alone. Yeah, maybe you should discipline your son for that. He is grounded. Good for you. You're out of timeout, Gribbles. You get a pass. The only problem with grounding is you get grounded too. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's it. That works. That was always the thing I did with my son. Spanking didn't work with him, you know? I know the Bible says spare the rod, spoil the child, but I think the rod can be any kind of discipline, not just the rod or spanking or whatever. Sometimes often spanking backfires, and my temper got away from me. I'm not gonna lie. So I had to get counseling so I could keep my temper in check. You know, my dad was super controlled and like overly so, but he was super calm. I never heard him swear. He didn't raise his voice or get angry hardly ever. One time he swore and raised his voice at my brothers because they were picking up chairs to throw them at one another. And he stood up. It was during dinner, and they were about to brawl like big time, like bust the windows and everything. It was bad. And he stood up and he said, bleep, bleep, knock it off. My brothers were like, shocked the crud out of him. So anyway, um, yeah. So I think that the punishment needs to fit the crime, and that having a conversation with them and getting to the root of maybe why they did it, if you can figure it out, and maybe they're acting out because, not to make an excuse for them, but maybe they're acting out because something is going on between you and your spouse, or they're upset about something, or they're, angry or sad about something. Like I say, not an excuse, but just getting to the bottom of it and being able to have a rapport. Hello, Anne. I'm saying your name wrong. Anne. Hello. Anyway, so it's parenting is not for cowards. I think I stole that line from uh, Focus on the Family from, what was his name? Oh gosh, it's been years. I forget his name. Anyway, yeah, they want attention. Yeah, they often do want attention. Yeah. And my parents divorced, so um, there's that. There's broken homes and drugs and alcohol and stuff going on in the family. My brothers use drugs, and all except one of them. I have four brothers, and all but one of them use drugs and alcohol. My parents didn't abuse generally. My dad drank a little more when the divorce happened, but generally he did not. And like I say, my dad was super controlled. And so what happened with me when he disciplined me is when I got spanked, I knew, okay, I crossed the line and I knew exactly why. And it did make me think. It did make me think. And he didn't like do it in anger or get out of control. I knew I was getting 3 swats because, you know what I mean? Like one time, both my brother and I got spankings because we were being loud and he had asked us to be quiet and it was nighttime and we were keeping him up and he had to get up in the morning. So you really like talking to me on Facebook? I don't know you, Amadou. So that's interesting. Okay, Pickles. That's nice. Catch you later. So thankful you came in. Yep. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. I'm super busy tomorrow, but I might pop in at some point. I've got horseback riding lesson in the morning and chiropractor appointment after. Oh, and I told my son I'd come over. Oh, crud. I have to remember what I was going to take him. I'll have to look at his text because he asked me to bring him something. Oh, I know what it was. I have to go into Spokane and buy something that he needed. My son has a disability, so I have to go get him some stuff. Thanks so much, Pickles, for coming in, if you're not gone already. There are 15 people still in here. Hallelujah. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody's participation. I'm going to title this live flipping the debunking and flipping the food pyramid on its head. I may get banned, but who cares? We need to have free speech. We need to be able to say what's true. We need to be able to get out of this rut of unhealthy America, unhealthy world, eating carbs and killing ourselves. And carbohydrates are not an essential component of a healthy diet. They are not. And vegetables have many reasons. Vegetables and fruits have many reasons not to eat them. They have plant toxins in them. And if you read Sally K. Norton's book, uh, Toxic Superfoods, you'll learn a lot. And you can get it on audio. What's that? Audible? You can get it on Audible. I know that. Anyway. So, Sammy, thanks again. We still got 6 people. If anybody wants to say something appropriate, please, you may. I'm getting ready to get off. It is 5:23 and I've been in here for, oh my goodness, that was fun. Time flies when you're having fun. I've been in here for 95 minutes. Woohoo! An hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. Wow. But we talked about some good stuff and stayed on topic. Thanks to Sammy P, who became a moderator, and my regulars are more than welcome to volunteer to be moderators so that whenever I do a live, we have somebody to check somebody's rein them in. Yep. So appreciate it, guys. I will yep, I'll actually, if I can, I'll put images in the description. Not sure. Cameron, you cannot volunteer because you're not a regular. I have to get to know you better. And if you are appropriate and don't just want power, because somebody came in here and they're like, make me a moderator. And I'm like, you've already been rude to me. Don't think so. And they got blocked forever. So, no, I don't make newbies moderators. I wait until they have been vetted and I know that that they have my back. And yeah, sorry, Cameron. You wouldn't want somebody moderating for your chat who was out of control. So, Polichka, I don't know what you said. Sorry. Yep. Cameron Brown, you're more than welcome to be here. Just keep it copacetic. Keep it kind. You know, them's the rules. People think I'm rude when I get tough and set boundaries, but that's not being unkind. That's actually very loving to set boundaries. You know how, like we were talking about parenting, kids need boundaries. If they don't have boundaries, that's unkind. Like, you wouldn't let your kid run out in the freeway, right? Or you wouldn't let them just act any old way and be disrespectful and disrespect their elders and stuff like that. I mean, you could, but you are going to end up with children who have no respect for authority, no respect for you. So, yeah. Yep. Same thing. Same thing. You know, we need to have a civil society. That's why we need God. Even more than a president or a king or a leader, we need to lean on God to keep us with a good conscience, not um, not treating one another improperly. So, thanks for asking, though, Cameron. So, anyway, better get off. We're almost at 100 minutes. Shall I wait for it to turn to 100 minutes just for fun? We've got less than 2 minutes. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I will do that. I'll change the title to flipping the watch the documentary I recommend, unless you start watching it and go, oh, I don't want to watch this. But anyway, it'll help you understand carnivore. Tomorrow is a busy day. I am at a horse lesson. I have an hour and a half total to drive. Takes me a couple of hours at the horse lesson. Gotta go to a chiropractor appointment after that. I'll be done with that by about 3 or so, and then I have to go to my son's, which is a Another 40-minute drive from there. I'm busy. So busy. I won't be home till after 5. But I might in the evening. But I gotta take care of dogs after that. Because my dogs. My big dog stays in the crate while I'm gone. And he will need to go to the bathroom. I have to leave in the morning at 9:30. And if I don't get home till 4. Yeah, it's good for me to talk through what I'm doing tomorrow because it is going to be a busy day. And remember that I need to go to my son's because I think I need to go upstairs and grab him some stuff that I said I would bring. Actually, I think he wants me to go to a shop and get him something that he asked for. So I think that's mostly what he wanted. Anyway, Cameron, thanks for asking. Anyway, the documentaries are called Fat, a documentary, and Fat 2, a documentary. The sequel. So anyway, and I'm in the middle of watching the #1 documentary. It's got a lot of history about why the food pyramid is what it is, and why doctors push it, and why the food companies are all in cahoots and big pharma, and it's terrible because it's killing people. Makes me angry. This is the most important topic besides Jesus that we could talk about. Totally, 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 totally. Saving lives. Saving lives. Jesus is our healer, but if we put crap in our mouths and eat poison, and now that you know that it's poison, see, we don't even think about that. Like chemicals and stuff like that we put in our bodies, colorants and all those things that are not food, and we put it in our bodies. Packaged foods. We don't know what um, natural ingredients are, natural flavors. We don't know. Like natural flavors, what does that mean? Natural arsenic. Actually, almonds have arsenic. Almonds have cyanide? Maybe it's cyanide. Anyway, our almonds have tons of oxalate. They're one of the highest oxalate foods. I love almond butter, but I don't eat it anymore. Anywho. Okay, we're past 100 minutes. In fact, we're at 103. So I'm gonna go bye-bye. Hello, El Nino. Nino. Yeah, nice, Cameron. Yeah, study it. Study it. And come back. We'd love to have you. I'd love for you to learn more and um, share it with others. Watch the documentary, the Fat, a documentary, and Fat 2. I know documentary sounds boring, but this is a really well made one by a professional producer, filmmaker. Yeah, I actually have a few ninth graders. Doggy Girl is a ninth grader, and Mess is 13. In ninth grade, I believe he is. Anyway, bye. Bye, y'all. Glad to have you. Why is it going to creator tools? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Forrest, I think you just said something inappropriate. Do I need to block you? I'm gonna check that. Yeah, I'm gonna check it before I leave so I can block you if you need to be. Skibbity. That's not your name. Sorry. God. Forest. You're verging on the inappropriate. So just know that I will put in timeout or block if needed. I believe that my moderator is now gone. Sammy P. I'm thinking maybe. Anyway, these terms that y'all use, freaking weird. Okay, Istanbul. That was verging on inappropriate. I don't really go for flattery because it seems disingenuous. You know, you don't know me, I don't know you, and flattery is not honest conversation. So that's why that was hidden. Red orb, hi. I gotta get off. We've been in here 106 minutes. If you want to watch the replay, it's about a documentary called Fat, a documentary, and Fat 2, Fat 2, a documentary, which is a very well made documentary, and I've been explaining it. Watch the replay if you care, subscribe if you care, like if you care, and I will catch you on the flippity flip. Bye.